Okay.
And I also serve as director of the Hayden Planetarium in New York City.
Okay. And then what is the topic that you brought to the people of Southwest Florida? What was
the world as viewed through the lens of an astrophysicist.
Okay.
So politics, culture, and so it wasn't just what's up with the universe.
Right.
It was how does being fluent in the universe influence what the world looks like in everyday life.
Okay. And so what is the talking points, the key?
You want me to repeat my talk to you?
No.
I was in.
Speaking to the microphone.
Oh
Jesus!
I was there for 4 hours tonight. I spoke for 2 hours, answered question for another 2. Now you want to ask what
Exactly. Keep it casual, man. Seriously. He's doing us a favor by sitting down with us, man.
If you could get a message to most people, summarize, what would you say?
Hey, Neil. White folks, man.
White on white.
I would say that the world looks different when you are scientifically literate. It not only becomes more beautiful, more majestic, more splendorous.
So it's a more positive outlook.
It inoculates you against others who would exploit the laws of physics in their favor that you do not know. I have these crystals. You want to rub them together, they'll heal your ailments. If you don't know chemistry or physics, you might say, hey,
Good idea.
here's the money. If you're scientifically literate, it doesn't mean you have to know whether they work or not, but you know how to ask questions. You'll say, what are they made of? Where did you find them? Where are they from? What action is within them that will bring the cure? What have they cured before? Can you demonstrate it? By the time you ask those questions, the person's running away in tears. And you have inoculated yourself against it is vaccine.
We are privileged to be sitting over here.
Very cool. See, that's it right there.
Particle collider.
Oh yeah, the LHC.
That's a statement, not a question.
It was both.
Or was it? Thank you.
Okay, here's a good question.
It was both.
So,
He wants you to recount my.
You don't have to recount the whole thing.
here's the question. This is what everyone wants to know. Is what is the groupie?
Let him go.
What is the groupie count like on a astrophysicist?
Well, okay, so what I have found is I have a pretty high internet cross-section,
Okay.
web cross-section. And so if you're under 30, you intersect the internet far more than anyone does who's over 30.
Right.
So the ID rate is much higher from age 15 to 30 than it is from 30 to 45 or 45 to 60. So this is the audience tonight was mostly 60-year-olds.
Right.
And I was going to talk about Twitter, and I said, no, I'll just be wasting my time.
Right.
Let me find something else to talk about.
Neil, the one question I want to ask you,
Yeah.
and one thing I found very interesting, is as soon as you walked in, I ID'd you like that.
You were all over me.
I get exactly. I don't get
You were like,
starstruck, but I'm like,
there.
I got you're smart, man. I got that. I got to appreciate for that. But I was trying to figure out how many other people in this bar actually know who this man is.
Okay, now I don't require that my name is known.
And I know
These
that.
names are, who cares? But if you knew,
But if you know what you're
knew
about,
that I had something to do with the universe, then I count that as a hit. right? It meant the universe touched you.
And this goes to what you said about the internet.
Some way.
They should know.
Well, I'm not requiring that you know, but if you do, that's fine. Now, for me, what's especially interesting is when if people crowd around and take pictures, then there's someone who has no idea who I am.
They learn.
I just like watching them freak out because it's like they're completely out of it, and they say, "Well, should I know you?" And I say, "No."
Good answer. Great answer.
You know, I don't.
I'm
Why
sorry.
should you?
On the contrary, I told everybody, I'm like, everybody in here
No,
should
wait,
know
wait,
you.
wait. Then he says, "Are you famous?" To which I reply,
What does that mean?
"If you had to ask, then clearly I'm not." Right? If you're famous, why? No, right? If someone is actually famous, you don't ask.
Right.
They just are.
Right.
So the fact that they had to ask, I said clearly not.
Right.
There it is.
But I said it was
recognized
kind.
you from the bill, the play bill.
So
Well,
that
the
was
thing
the
I-
question, by the way. How do you feel about that? What happened to your particle collider?
Oh, that might have happened here, but Congress cut the budget for our particle collider that would have discovered that 20 years ago.
Really? Where?
Waxahachie, Texas.
No shit.
The superconducting super collider with 3 times the power of the one that's in Europe right now.
And Texas holds the biggest telescope
They
in the
now have the
world.
biggest hole in the ground.
Is
They
that
dug the hole. Congress they dug the hole, and then they cut the budget. So now they're growing mushrooms there.
is it 90 miles or
200 miles circumference
200
hole.
miles?
They can't. They have to go. It doesn't fit in Rhode Island.
Wow.
It would it's bigger than Rhode Island.
In Texas is the biggest telescope in the world. The Vatican holds the biggest telescope in the world, right?
No. Who told you that? The Vatican? Who told you that? The Pope? Where were you?
This is what I heard.
Yeah, I know, right?
Is that dumb to say?
So we would have had it 20 years ago. So it's a sign of the decline
Right.
of American leadership in science.
How do you
What did
feel
we just say
about
last time? What did we
the
talk
budget
about
being
last
cut
time?
on NASA and then space
Why,
being
scared to talk to this guy.
privatized? Do you think that'll
It's
help?
gonna make you realize shit you don't want to hear.
Those are 2 very different questions.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm in
ask him.
Washington on Wednesday,
Okay.
Ask him, man.
speaking
He's
to
a mover and a shaker, man.
Congress,
Okay.
members of Congress.
Right.
I'm going to give them a piece of my mind
Okay.
about that very topic.
How do you
This
feel?
is the equivalent of being able to sit next to
NASA's budget should be doubled. Just double. And have them make launch vehicles that'll take us anywhere. And then whatever is your whim, the moon, Mars, beyond, there's a configuration of rockets that will get you there. NASA should be building the capacity to explore, not designing all of its goals mission by mission. When we built the interstate, we just said we're going to connect you between these 2 cities. And that's it. We said we're going to connect roads everywhere. And then if you have creativity of farming, of city building, city planning, of vacation spots, you do it. And thus the nation grew around where the roads went. So as for privatization, that should have been happening 20, 30 years ago.
Infrared telescopes.
Someone teach him how to compose a question. There's got to be like a verb.
Hey, dude,
You
hey.
can't just hand me nouns.
Alright, so infrared, like there's different spectrums of light. You
Yes.
can't see with the human eye infrared.
That's correct, 'cause our
Infrared
eyeballs are
telescopes-
feeble in
Right,
this
so
regard.
infrared telescopes in space, what do they see?
Okay. You guys are driving fluent? Okay. So if you went to an auto parts shop,
I'm sorry, by the way, I produced my question. I apologize for that.
if you go to an auto parts shop and get fog lights to put on your car, what color are they?
Halogen.
Where'd they come from? I don't know. Do they have a driver's license?
We're high school educated.
If that, if
I
that.
didn't listen much.
Okay, fog lights are amber. They're reddish amber. All right? Forget the fog lights. Did you learn in driver's ed? Let's go back to driver's
I laugh like you laugh.
When you are in fog, Which lights do you use? Low beam or high beam?
Not the high beams.
Low beam.
Not the high beams, exactly.
Okay. The low beam burns at a lower temperature, and at a lower temperature, it is redder than the high beam, which burns at a higher temperature and therefore is bluer.
And then also doesn't the high beam light reflect off of the fog?
That's the whole point what I'm getting to. So, the high beam, which is bluer, has the same wavelength as the size of the fog particles. So when the wave hits the fog particle, it ricochets off, scatters into the cloud, and illuminates the cloud itself.
So
That is not what you
you're
want.
defeating the purpose.
You are reducing visibility, not increasing. You go to the low beam, you have increased the wavelength of the light. It is now longer than the fog particles. It will no longer ricochet off of it, and it passes right through deep into the center.
None of y'all took driver's ed?
Write that down.
Yeah, they didn't teach that in driver's ed.
In the universe,
They dumb it
if
down.
we want to see into clouds, we use not simply yellow or red, we use deep infrared. And that sucker penetrates deep down into clouds, and you bear witness to the birth of stars themselves. The scope? Yeah, well, I bet you have different ones for different needs. There's a prismatic sniper rifle, which probably will get you one part of the spectrum to the other for just that purpose.
The Hubble, not infrared, right?
So what is the
Hubble does not go to infrared.
No, but
what's
infrared.
the coolest scientific thing happening with space or things coming up that you want
Planet
people
X.
to know about coming up
Coming up,
that you're excited about?
we're about to put into the catalog thousands of exoplanets. Planets that thrive
Planet X.
outside of the orbit of the sun.
What is that? What's that going to do?
Well, some of them will be Earth-like planets.
Okay.
So if we're looking up, we say, oh, there's a planet like Earth right there. Oh, by the way, it's too cloudy.
Do you think we have a binary star?
No,
No.
I'm not convinced.
No.
Solar star, the sun. If we had a binary star, the planet orbits would be really fucked up.
Aren't they though?
No, they're mostly circular. In fact, if I drew Earth's orbit, which is actually an ellipse, and I drew that ellipse around a sun on a page, it would be indistinguishable to you from a perfect circle.
Wow. That's Earth though. Earth's
Do
real
I
close to the
believe
sun.
in aliens?
Scientific.
Okay, one of my most highly watched YouTube videos is in response to that very question.
Here we
So
go.
type in Tyson UFOs, and it'll go straight there as the top hit. I will not become that for now. I cannot do justice.
Hey, trust me, it's a watchable video.
I cannot do justice.
And then as a science fan, what is one of the best places to go or see science-related things in America that you would
Your local
recommend?
museum.
Cape Canaveral.
Oh, down here. Oh, yeah. In fact, so why did you like your red hair?
I lived in the country for 3 years, and after that, I just,
So he's time.
life gets weird, and sometimes you just have to change.
Yeah, I think in the history of the world, the bad girl has never had red hair.
Carrie did.
Lindsay Lohan did though.
No, I mean in a scripted drama.
Oh yeah, no, she was ever since she had red hair in any type of movie, she was always
A goody thing, right?
They should have it.
So if you want like extra dimensionality to your life, you gotta go brunette.
Thank you.
You know what's rocking though is that.
All right, you gotta drink it.
Just stop. Neil, let me ask you one.
Just do the roots.
Let me ask you one question. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, recent movie, is The Matrix. One, of course. No, go further back.
God got it.
Do you have a question for the gentleman?
Everybody's drinks right now. It's 2:20.
All right.
What's your favorite band? Neil,
What's that?
your favorite
Wait,
band?
so what I'm saying is,
Give me those shit.
if your favorite movie is in the last 10 years, then you haven't seen enough movies.
No, I know exactly. No,
Right?
My,
Just consider that.
Although there is the whole notion of pertinence in terms of modern culture and how things have evolved culturally over time as well.
But all right, before the Matrix, what was your favorite
I see
movie?
Your point. I see your point.
Okay, so
Before the Matrix,
that's
what
my
was your
favorite
favorite
movie that would have any chance of anyone else agreeing.
But before the Matrix, what was your favorite?
No. Other than that, I have movies that are my favorite, but no one else would care.
No. Trust me, I'm old. I know. I'm picking your brain. I have an opportunity to sit with the smartest man I've ever met in my life. So I'm asking you.
2 other movies.
Like the assholes keep popping into his head, like,
Why is the North Pole shifting?
Talk to me, Goose.
North Pole is not shifting.
No?
No. Next question.
No, back to the bed.
The magnetic pole is shifting.
Get that movie.
Hey,
But
back
you give a shit about
to
where
the
the magnetic pole is. We have GPS.
back to the movie club. Before the Matrix.
No, I can still up there with it.
All right.
My 2 favorite movies outside the Matrix. All That Jazz.
yes.
Yes.
I used to dance.
Roy Scheider, son.
Feel
Yes, please.
the storyline there.
Any
All right.
kind of jazz, like subgenre of jazz, or are we talking like Django?
Do yourself a favor and Google All That Jazz and watch it. Roy Scheider.
No, that is the name of a movie.
Movie.
All That Jazz.
All That Jazz.
Okay, I gotta remove myself from
All
the
right.
conversation.
It's a name of a movie.
All right. Very highly underrated. All right. And
Yeah, I think so. It's underrated. And my other favorite movie is The Conversation. I can't get. I've not seen it. Oh, Netflix it now.
that's it. That's great. Everything's on Netflix. You can watch it all.
Would you do a favor? One of our bartenders went to your show tonight. His name is Turbo. Will you just say hello to Turbo for
Look,
us?
look right in the camera.
On here?
Yeah, one of those.
Turbo.
All right.
Turbo. No, I got to say something more intelligent than that.
You ain't got to.
Thanks for coming tonight.
You're staying with us tonight. We're gonna take a couch.
That word. I left all my words at the film.
Phil, exactly. I can't do no more. You left it on the floor.
I'm done.
You left it on the floor. I can't do no more. You left it on the
Thank you.
floor.
That's fair.
You left it on the stage at the film.
We appreciate it.
Okay, this is like very
Thank you.
gorilla. You're right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Podcast.
Names don't matter. All right, stay warm. Your hands are
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
I'm Adam.
Hug it out. Hug it out.
What's your name?
Did you finish your beer?
Mo Alexander.
Name?
Aubrey Thomas.
James. From Christmas and friends. And thank you. It's been the People's Podcast.
I'm not
Start coming more Mondays, man.
I'll be here every Monday.
I can't believe I get
No, we have fun shit.
But I'm trying
You like it,
Lively conversation. We always got that.
what do you
Hey, come on now.
No, it's not especially masculine.
No worries.
But I'm in touch with my feminine side.
But you like pina coladas.
I can handle. So.
Like taking walks in the rain.